I'm back. Road Rants for Black and White Network. We're going to talk about Tucker Carlson, this Speaker of the House fiasco, Kevin McCarthy. Fox News is really banging the drum for this mother effer, aren't they? Unbelievable. And I'm going to show you a clip on Twitter. The Hodge twins grabbed it. And I saw this morning. I had it on. I was watching it. I'll have to be honest. Fox and Friends, and I was like, oh, hell no. And I turned it off. Steve Ducey and Ansley somebody and Brian Kilmeade. Yeah. Hell, I liked Brian Kilmeade, or did. They literally come out and told everybody that was against Kevin McCarthy that they were insurrectionists, terrorists. Yeah, people have literally called people that do not support Kevin McCarthy, they're now referring to them as terrorists. Dan Crenshaw come out and said it. Tucker Carlson last night slammed Dan Crenshaw, a guy I used to like from here in Texas up until the election in 2020. Then he come out like Liz Cheney and basically wrapped his loving arms around the Democrats and decided that he was against Trump. And just like that, he basically killed his political career. The one thing I've got to ask, though, is I've got people that will come in that will watch this video. Do you know anybody that is in favor of Kevin McCarthy? Honestly, do you know one Republican voter? And it's odd that Fox News won't recognize that. Okay, Mike Huckabee come out and was bad-mouthing people because they didn't want to vote for Kevin McCarthy and all these other people. And I'm thinking, I have yet to see one person in a comment section somewhere on Twitter, any actual Republican that wants Kevin McCarthy to hold this position. I don't want any Democrats to hold the position, but I don't know anybody that wants Kevin McCarthy. And it's funny that Fox News won't recognize that. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, I do still watch some Fox entities, but that's the way it's been for a long time. Gutfeld, Jesse Waters, Tucker Carlson. That's where it begins and ends now. I mean, that's it. And that's only because of things like this. So let's look at what Fox News said first, and then we'll bump it over to Tucker destroying Dan Crenshaw.
They could discuss ways to get around this and try to come together today at noon.
Right, but here's the thing. If you pick Jim, just how insincere the insurrectionists are, I probably shouldn't use that word, the people that don't want to vote for Kevin McCarthy.
They would disagree.
Saboteurs. So
keep in mind, Brian Kilmeade still wants us to give every dime to the Ukraine. I mean, I hear it from him all the time. It's ridiculous. And look, the Hodge twins got a lot of followers. This got watched 800,000 times on Twitter. Wow, I guess Tucker is the only one with a set of balls left at Fox. Maxine Waters supports McCarthy. That tells you everything you need to know. Shows Paul Ryan, director, Fox Corp. Well, what does that tell you? Never trust a man with two first names. Exactly. Fox News is completely sold out. If you weren't convinced by 11/4/2020, the latest rhetoric should convince you. Wow, let's remember that every mainstream outlet is controlled by the same five companies and George Soros. This is amazing. They're revealing the swamp and how it works for the world to see. Thank you at Representative Matt Gaetz for bringing this to light, showing conservative America who needs to go. And I mean, it is that way all through here. People are destroying Fox News. Fox News is getting drugged. Fox News, we deceive, you believe. I mean, they got their marching orders. It is all through here. It's a clown show. And I have sat back, and all they have done, because they are showing this Speaker of the House fiasco, and I mean, it is nothing but McCarthy. Why won't you guys vote for McCarthy? They bring on the American First Freedom Caucus, and they're jumping down their throats, and they're attacking them. Listen to this.
Gates.
Donald John Trump.
Trump.
Oh, and you can hear the Democrats because they just went through the 8th vote, and the lady up there that was talking said, Donald J. Trump. And the boos that came out of the section of the Democrats was so priceless. It was absolutely priceless. Tucker Carlson. And I wanted to put Fox News in this video because, you know, I have to recognize Tucker is one of the few that will actually go over there and call out this bullshit. Jesse Waters is another. Gutfeld's another. It's weird. I mean, they talk like they're on Newsmax or OAN, but they know they cannot get those ratings over there. I don't know why they don't just start their own platform, get together, start their own network. Soviet-style politics. Tucker Carlson punches back at Representative Crenshaw for calling McCarthy opponents terrorists. Yeah, he's literally the alligator in the swamp. Dan Crenshaw right there with his little eye patch, looking like a damn pirate. Fox News host Tucker Carlson sharply rebuked Representative Dan Crenshaw on Wednesday after Texas Republican rhetorically condemned some of his fellow Republicans as, quote, terrorists. Crenshaw has described the faction of Republicans blocking McCarthy as, quote, enemies, claiming that they are choosing, quote, notoriety over principle. Again, Dan Crenshaw, I don't know a single Republican that is supporting Kevin McCarthy. You're in Texas, dude. I mean, I can only imagine what your actual Facebook looks like. I mean, you're probably getting destroyed. Like when you went after Trump before, you got blasted in your own damn Facebook page by the people that were following you and supporting you. On Wednesday, Crenshaw elevated his rhetoric. He accused his fellow Republicans of engaging in, quote, terrorism tactics, and declared that Republicans cannot let the terrorists win. I mean, you irresponsible prick. To go out there and make these accusations against the same people that have voted for you. Here in Texas, Republicans everywhere. This is what you're calling them. Crenshaw's accusations came as Republican infighting has effectively rendered the House of Representatives useless. The legislative body cannot begin operations until a new speaker is chosen. And unless McCarthy bows out of the race or makes concessions, it may be many more days until an impasse is resolved. Responding to Crenshaw on his Fox News show, Carlson rebuked Crenshaw for constructing uncharitable dichotomies of McCarthy's opponents, referring to Crenshaw as a neocon. Carlson said, they're coming out and telling you what they told you about Iraq. Either you're with us or against us. You're on the side of light or side of darkness. You're good or you're evil. Crenshaw, according to Carlson, is engaging in, quote, Soviet-style politics when he refers to McCarthy opposition as enemies. You may like Kevin McCarthy or not. Both are allowed, Carlson explained. But no matter how you feel, you have to acknowledge, if you're being honest, the people who don't like Kevin McCarthy have a reason for that. They have real concerns, real issues. It's funny how different he talks about this kind of stuff than people that are on during the day. It's really strange. Instead, he impugned about their motive, their character, their intelligence, their moral standing. He continued, they're narcissists. In fact, we're quoting, they're enemies now. What you just saw as Dan Crenshaw spoke is a snarling face of the donor class revealed for all to see finally. The deep loathing of disobedient voters that may be their most passionate secret emotion, he said. But they're not bothering to hide that emotion anymore. Now you know how they really feel.
The war on terror has been turned against the domestic political enemies of the neocons. So now they're just coming out and telling you what they told you about Iraq. Either you're with us or you're against us. You're on the side of light or darkness. You're good or evil. Dan Crenshaw went all the way, as neocons always do. He proceeded to go to CNN to call his political opponents enemies of the state. Looking for a little Soviet-style politics? Watch this.
This handful of members is very clearly looking for notoriety over principle. That's what it is. And anyone who suggests differently is in some kind of make-believe fantasy reality. But if you're a narcissist...
Walk the plank, matey. The Texas congressman hit back Ed Carlson late Wednesday night, telling him to unclutch your pearls and grow thicker skin. You can't insult, slander, and hold everyone hostage with no way out and expect them not to punch back, grow thicker skin. There's nobody holding anybody hostage. Okay? Those people in the Freedom Caucus were elected to do exactly what it is they're doing right now. Many of the ones that are supporting McCarthy were also elected to do what the Freedom Caucus and the American First Agenda is supposed to be doing. They're fucking cowards for not doing it. Okay? And look, I love Donald Trump. He's gotten so much right. He got this one fucking wrong, okay? This McCarthy endorsement, he got this one wrong. He's got this strange blind spot for a lot of people that when it comes to judging certain people that he decides to back, he's got a blind spot. I mean, Dr. Oz, anybody, he was a terrible choice to run in Pennsylvania against fucking Lurch or whoever in the hell won that Senate seat up there. The bald-headed guy with the Notre hunchback of Notre dumbass that won the Pennsylvania election, and we put Dr. Oz out there that half the time doesn't even stay in Pennsylvania, and Trump backed him. Okay, and you guys know, I mean, if Trump runs, I'm voting for him. He's got my vote, but he's got a blind spot for people like McCarthy. I mean, my God, it's crazy. And I've seen Mike Huckabee come out, talk shit about people that don't want to vote for McCarthy. Are you politicians so far removed from what actual ground level voters, how they actually feel that this is where you guys have gotten to? I mean, what voters are you in a room with when they're telling you, yeah, we're good with McCarthy? Who is that? Again, I don't know a single one. I don't. Dan Crenshaw, I don't know a single Republican that is good with him. Don't. Wow. I'd have been good with Jim Jordan. He doesn't want the job. So move on and find somebody else that everybody else can get on board with that actually wants to put America first. Matt Gaetz chose Donald Trump. And the Democrats moaned. As loud as the Democrats moaned, kind of tells me that might have been the right choice, the right name to throw out there. Go through the list, figure out the name that's going to make everybody else on the Democratic side moan, and everybody vote for him or her. Wow. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network supporters. Probably get some downvotes for coming down on Trump there, but it sort of is what it is, you know? It was not a great choice to get behind. McCarthy or Dr. Oz. You know? But it is Pennsylvania, so it would have been hard to win in that lunatic leftist nutbag haven up there anyway. But I think we could have gave a better run at them than that. I truly do. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.